So I found a video by some random YouTube wannabe MTV channel, and she says things that threaten my life on a daily basis, closing down domestic violence shelters and resources. Have you heard of 911? Domestic violence is a felony? Have you heard of 911? Just telling you. And closing down domestic violence shelters isn't threatening your life. Just saying. I mean, yeah, while you might have some trauma, it's not going to threaten your life. Do you understand me? That'd be like me saying, oh, well, you aren't teaching, what? Actually, no, that's a bad example. Well, you aren't teaching me how to drink water, so I'm going to drown in, so I'm going to go drown in it. Yeah, it's just bad. Repealing Obamacare. Oh, have you heard of Medicaid? If you really need Obamacare that much, have you heard of Medicaid? Oh, and also this is directly aimed at Republicans, but they're trying to repeal the Affordable Care Act and try to replace it with what they consider to be a better alternative. So they're not like, yeah, minorities, screw them. We're just gonna go close down Obamacare. Also, shouldn't you be in support for what they consider a better solution? Just a quick question. And then they say, opposing the Violence Against Women Act. They said, well, we don't like this, and we think it goes against some laws that have been passed. And it got passed again, except slightly altered. So, again, opposing the Violence Against Women Act, they passed the bill. These people are idiots. Oh, and also, it expanded it to gays, lesbians, transgenders, Native Americans, and immigrants. Immigrants. So, again, who's anti-immigrant? Oh God. Then they say playing fast and loose of what their employers can decide what the women's health care can cover. What? Are you saying that employers specifically give less benefits to women? Is that what you're saying? Because it kind of sounds like that. Are you saying, oh, well, they should give some women's health benefits because reasons? A company doesn't have to give you benefits. It is what's known as a bonus. All they have to do is pay you minimum wage. If they want to give you benefits, they can. But if they don't, guess what? You don't get them. It's like, oh wow. And also, this is addressed at Republicans. How is a business deciding what to do legally or threatening your life? Again, how is it doing that? Oh God. Refusing to acknowledge that our justice system notoriously fails victims of sexual assault on every level. What? Sexual assault's a crime? There's something called a jury. The justice system isn't... Are you saying the justice system needs to do a better job? So you want to give the justice system more ground to get warrants? Is that what you're saying? Because the justice system can only do as good as job as the evidence they have. I think what you're trying to suggest is, okay, the justice system needs to do this. They have one piece of evidence that the person with the same blood type killed this person, and this person who has no other evidence against them is guilty. Yeah. Oh, this is a real big one because I actually know a lot about this. because I had to do a ton of research for a video that I did a couple months ago. Allowing husbands to sue their wives for getting an abortion. The husband actually can't sue their wives for getting an abortion. It's legally impossible. Also, the husband doesn't get any say in the matter. So, yeah. Oh, also, the husband has no control about birth control. And this is apparently threatening her life. Ready? Defunding Planned Parenthood and making it harder to reduce health services and cancer screenings. Wait, no, shoot, those were two things. I mean, defunding Planned Parenthood. What? How is that threatening your life? Question. How is that threatening your life? Are you saying, oh my god, if I have this child, I will die? Well, I mean, in some cases that is true, but, the person on the screen looks normal. God, I hate these people. Okay, so, yeah. So, I don't know how these people are like, oh my god, here's some things that you're doing to threatening my life. And then they say, oh, you're not giving me, you're trying to get rid of Planned Parenthood. Yeah. How's that threatening your life again? Oh, it's not. Oh, if you actually need an abortion, you should actually have a doctor make sure that you actually need one. What? You could say having an abortion is unconstitutional because it's denying someone the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And this is threatening her life. Deciding that someone who's literally bragged about sexually assaulting women should be our president. Can you just go say it outright? I think Trump shouldn't be president. He bad. You know what? If you could show me any evidence of he said it on video, not like a quote, not paraphrased, not a quote, not in writing, a video footage, I will say yes, that Trump did brag about sexually assaulting women. But until then, I do not believe that. The burden of evidence is on whoever says that. Okay, this one I actually am extremely mad about because I am the biggest supporter of the Second Amendment. Okay, that's actually probably not true, but it doesn't matter. Supporting lax gun control laws that allow even known domestic abusers to exploit loopholes and legally purchase guns. Are you talking about the gun show loophole? Cause I looked at videos trying to prove that. All of them that I found said, "Oh, you can't get a gun." And domestic abuse is a felony. And felons can't get guns. Didn't know if you knew that. Oh, and speaking of this, since this video is not long enough, I'm going to go do an abortion thing, because I can, and why the hell should I not? Let me go, try to go find, what they're actually trying to do. Let me find what their policies are besides free abortion for everybody. Actually, no. I'm gonna go save that for another video because I found something that has the issues of abortion access, attacks on Planned Parenthood, birth control, healthcare equality, judicial nominees, sexual assault, sex education, state attacks, violating rights. So, what am I going to cover next? How about New York City anti-discrimination? So, yeah. Jesus, okay, so there was a first clip, which I I just don't get why it was there, but it was basically a white man shouting down Spanish man, and so I don't care. Whatever, doesn't matter. The second one, I don't see who would actually do this. So white man, guess what? White man says no to a black person as a candidate. So, racism or what? Well, maybe I should go, dig deeper. So, something like that, or whatever. Then he says, Tyrone wouldn't be a good fit for the restaurant. Racism? Or does he just not like what he has to do? I don't know. We don't have any. He doesn't say, Tyrone, a black person, wouldn't be good for the restaurant. He doesn't say that. He just says, Tyrone couldn't be good for the restaurant. We have no context about what ideas he proposed. Nothing. So it's basically implying, yes, white man think black man bad because race. Even though there's a multitude of factors that could happen in this fictional situation. So then some random person goes, "Oh yeah, could you please stop speaking that Muslim language?" First of all, who doesn't know that's Arabic? I mean, I haven't even studied any Muslim culture or anything Muslim. And I know it's Arabic. So who's like, "Oh, could you stop speaking that Muslim language? It's making our other patients scared." What's wrong with this? It's a person telling someone, "Hey, these other people are scared. Like, could you please stop? Because we don't want our customers to be scared." Do you understand me? What's wrong with that? I mean, yes, it is a bit intolerant, but it's not racism. It's just here. This is basically if someone were to be like just swearing all the time, just swearing and swearing and swearing, and some worker in whatever they were in just told them, "Sir, could you please stop swearing? The children don't like it." Right? I mean, it's not to the same extent because I, undervalued the severity of it. I kind of, not really, but kind of. Well, whatever, doesn't matter. But, if the customers are scared, what are you saying? Are you saying that making people scared because of a violent religion? Are you saying that we should just, screw this? It's just confusing. I mean, yes, it's intolerant, but not racist. Okay, so then they just say, okay, well, the manager told, okay, so he found out I was a trans girl, but the person in the video, while acting is terrible, looks like a feminine person. So let's say I was a female, and I walked in after them. Well, I would assume, yeah, that's a girl. They're supposed to be in here, and I would mind my business. I couldn't even know. So, yes, while intolerant and slightly transphobic, actually not transphobic, slightly discriminatory, I guess is the right word, is not a social issue that should be brought up by that shouldn't be brought up by the New York State. Well, yes, slightly discriminatory. Not really an issue like that should be in a commercial about terrible anti-discrimination. So, I mean, actually, it should. I'm actually reversing my point after I actually read the title. Oh yeah, and also this is supposed to be in New York, and if you got discriminated against in a restaurant, why would you ever go back there? You're like, yes, oh, this person was mean to me in a severe kind of way. Yeah, let me just go give this person money. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. What an idiot, I know. So, there was this situation which the Department of Anti-Discrimination, in other words known as the Department of Discrimination, which is just basically a watchdog organization that punishes you for verbally assaulting someone, which isn't a crime. I've basically reported, yes, person come in, you Muslim rant, immigrant piece of excrement. But if you do more research, the person later says, I can kidnap you, my 15-year-old son is a blood. Now, let's put the pieces together. So, if the Bloods are a mainly African American gang, and the person who has a usually the same race as them, and well, let's see. So, if the Bloods are mostly African American, and the father is the same race as the son, means it's a black guy. Oh my god, guys. We figured it out. They didn't report the race because it was a black person. Oh my god. Oh, so another report by the anti-racism Department of New York featured a story about racism. Guess what? So a person said, I hate Asians, and then whacked a woman on the head with an umbrella. But if you go look that on the New York Times, a Hispanic woman did that. Not a white person, a Hispanic person. So far we have a black person and a Hispanic person, both being racist. 0 white people, 2 people of color. Republicans up 2, Democrats up 0. So, when the complaint was filed, they filed it at a specific store, which I don't want to share the name with because, well, I don't want any hate, just in case anybody's watching this video who's a leftist. So, let me go read you a quote. Actually, let's just go read the entire sentence. Let's go put this into context. So the hate crime was reported, and, well, they asked the manager. A manager whose name is not to be used said he would also been working that day, Wednesday. He did not recall any such incident. He also claimed that one matching Miguel's description of the employee, blonde white woman, worked at the store then. He said that the diversity of the staff store makes Miguel's account virtually impossible. Basically saying, yeah, well, we have quite a few Hispanics in there, and, well, I don't know what would, yeah, and, they all let it happen. So, I mean, there was a blonde white woman that worked then, and there was a ton of Hispanics. So it wasn't like some Trump-supporting, Trump-loving person, fan club. He said this, so yeah. That would be virtually impossible as half of my staff are Spanish, he said. So basically he's saying, yeah, no, that didn't happen and it couldn't have happened. Oh wait, I misread. Actually, no one worked at fitting the description. I reread it just to double check. Sorry, no one fitted that description. No blonde white woman worked there at the time. So that's the end of this 20-minute rant. Goodbye. That's the end of the video.